number 2 is Into the Moonlight, using John Lambshead's 1 hour skirmish wargame rules, slightly modified to give stealth options. And it's the raid on Sark, Operation Basalt, which we didn't know at the time. We stormed up the cliff and moved down the road. There are 12 commandos, 4 of which are player characters, and the rest are NPCs that we can use as appropriate. So we've split into 2 main groups, and as we head down the road, we hear something ahead of us. Sounds like sentries. Okay, so into the gorse. 2 German sentries come down the road, not exactly paying a lot of attention, into the middle of our group. They're jumped by 4 of the commandos and wounded and taken prisoner. Although unfortunately one of ours gets wounded for a spectacularly bad card draw. Personally, we thought he was actually stabbed by his friend by mistake. So we've now got our prisoners. Now for the problem. At the head of the road, which we can't get around because of the gully, is a machine gun nest. So we creep up to it, straight in with knives, to find it's actually a 17th century cannon half buried in the sand. So much for air intelligence. So now we split up. My team go to cover one of the buildings, while the other team goes to investigate the second building we've been tasked with. This turns out to be empty. I'm still waiting. They decide to push on and investigate a Nissen hut with something alongside it. Turns out it's actually a miniature range and a flagpole. Okay, so where are the Germans? They decide to really push their luck and go for the hotel. As they're stood outside the hotel preparing to burst in, 2 more sentries walk around the corner. There's a brief firefight which results in both Germans going down, and then they storm into the building. As Anders Larsen, who you may know from the SAS, is storming in the front with one guy, and the others are going around the back, a bunch of unarmoured Germans come running out the back, obviously quite upset to be disturbed, shall we say. There's a very brief fight there. End result, 4 Germans down, and 2 more have legged it off into the woods. I've now realised something has gone off, so I actually decide to investigate the house, particularly when a French woman starts coming out of it. I have a chat with her over numerous turns, and I identify, so get some newspapers for intelligence, I get a map, and she tells me where the Germans are. Really useful. And at this point we withdrew. Really fun game, real tension in the air, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.